Good morning, everybody. Dr. Rao here. Hi, Janet. I was talking to or listening to something about um, there is this poem in chapter 6, one of the poems they were quoting about how the mind can be your friend or your foe. Uh, so, which was there for a long time, right? So, I thought that was something important we should consider because it is also said in modern psychology, as you make your friend, your life will be. You make your mind as your friend, and uh, or you can make it in your foe, your enemy by being negative about life, right? So thought and mind, how we are going to do everything, that's all involved in that, right? So I thought I will come and talk about that today. So how you keep your mind really is important, lots of times people are not organized about their mind and they cannot keep it in order. So lots of times that they're kind of driven away by it, right? So this is a fundamental problem. How do we see our daily life, how it is going all over, and how our mind is taken off? A lot of people come and say, we cannot meditate, and all that, we cannot focus everything. That's mainly because they do not have understanding about what is the mind and who is the keeper of the mind. Okay, so all the thoughts that we have, that they are coming, they could be negative or positive, but the keeper of the mind is our conscious being, our consciousness, our witness consciousness. Once you are stationed in that awareness, in that consciousness, then you can see the thoughts as objects to you, and then you can change them. That's the way yoga taught about how to slow down the thought, how to come to one thought and pay that one thought. Is it something negative or positive? And how you can convert negative thoughts into positive thoughts. Thereby you will be thinking in a orderly, in a fashion that is good for your life. Lots of people, they want peace of mind. Usually peace of mind comes with spirituality, not by pursuing material things, right? Everybody knows about it, but they are so occupied with their senses, with their mind, so everything is oriented towards that. So anything that doesn't happen according to that kind of thinking, they kind of get disappointed and lack of peace and all that, right? Don't have any satisfaction in life, right? So that's a very fundamental thing. But then how do we operate our mind? How do we take care of our thought is very important. See, it's like thought is, I want to make only one point here. Thought is like mind is made up of thoughts. Thoughts are like they can hold on to only one thing at a time. So give the mind just one thing that it can catch up, and then it can stay there. Then around that it can build other things, right? For example, an elephant is given example in ancient wisdom. There's a powerful big animal, that is domesticated, and then people ride in India on the elephants, right? As they're going through a market where a lot of fruits, a lot of things are there. When its trunk is free, uh, the elephant sees the fruit and it goes into the fruit shop and takes the fruit and takes away because they cannot stop it. It's so powerful. The elephant is. So what they do is they give it a big wooden log to the trunk. So it has to carry the trunk, and as long as it's holding the a log, it doesn't go towards the fruit and other thing, because it does. They train it to hold the log as it is going through the journey. So that kind of discipline is needed for the mind also. Give one thing it can hold on, and then stay there. If you can, like for example, your attention is focused on your inner self, and you will not be going all over the place, and then you will be directing the thought to what you want and then finish it off. That's a practice that I call be in awareness, be here and now in awareness, and think consciously. Consciously means according to your morals, according to your ethics, according to your rules, according to the good things that you know you should be doing. You kind of shape your mind in an organized state so it can pursue the activity that you want to do. And it is doing it because it is focused only on that. That kind of organized mind, that kind of select mind is very important. And people don't do that and let the mind go whichever way it is, whoever influences, whoever writes a book, whoever writes something and all that. So that kind of pursuing everything somebody else's, then it makes it a very difficult thing to have an organized mind. So be clear about your morals, be clear about ethics, be clear about your duties and all that. Generally, people think, I want to live my life. I want to have good things about in my life. So I want to be focused on the selfish nature of my mind. But we don't want to be selfish, but we want to be unselfish. That means we want to think about other people. We want to think about other life. We're talking about what's happening around you. If you can focus on that, let me be selfless. Let me contribute. Let me give. If you are focused on that, you will do always the right thing by the people, and then you will sacrifice things, and then you will also get satisfaction because you are giving. Okay, so this is something that you want to understand. Give one thing to the mind, and first of all, have a you know uh, righteous mind, unselfishness, giving nature, and contributing to life. That kind of thing, if they guide you, then you will go and do perform everything better, because you are not really oriented towards yourself, rather than you are oriented to the rest of the life. So that is the way you want to make your mind not only doing stuff for others and also doing stuff for the life and doing something meaningful here and purposeful. Thereby you are really satisfied and you are peaceful and you are really giving, right? So that is the kind of spiritual nature. The spirit is in the spirit of giving, spirit of contributing, spirit of being positive. That kind of spirit, if you have it, your values, your ethics, everything fall into place, and then you have a organized mind towards that, because you have some standards, you have some values, you have some um, you know brought up with real considerations for other people and all that, right? So those kind of things, once you put in there, then you are automatically organized mind, and that organized mind only goes towards one thing at a time, which is the job you have. It will do only the job. You have something to contribute to something, you will only contribute that way. So this is, again, nutshell, understanding where the thoughts are, why the thoughts are, what are our inner values and all that. Once you find that out, it's all internal. It's not out there. It's in you. You found out, and then you will rectify. The moment that you are aware that my mind is not in rest, it is restless, and also my mind is not really focused on one thing, that itself is a step towards the spirituality. Because if you are not more into the spirituality, you would not even notice the mind is going that way. So the very moment that you know that the mind is restless, you are on the path of the spirituality. Then you focus on the restlessness of the mind, why it is so, what it is asking for, why it is not focusing on one thing. Then it goes to your inner values, inner ethics, inner morals, and all that. Once you have that, then you automatically your thought will be organized, your mind will be organized, and then your life will be organized. Okay, so understanding how we are living external life and looking at how our mind is internally, and then coming from the inside out, you really solve a lot of problems for you, and also you'll be able to focus on one thing at a time. That becomes meditation itself. Okay, so you'll automatically can you can employ things like a mantra, like a something you are resist. It doesn't have to be a Sanskrit mantra only. It could be a word also, and you could be staying on that one word for a while. That's like a uh, you're taking the name of something. Okay, and other thing is the form, the rupa. Nama is a name, rupa means form. You have some religious uh, sculpture of whatever it is in front of you that signifies something for you, and then you can focus on that. That could also help your mind to be focused. Okay, all these things, the spiritual rituals and all, they are there mainly to get our mind focused, and also be really involved in that, and that will really help you a lot, so that you can focus your values, focus your ethics, focus your principles, and then come with an organized mind according to your values and ethics and morals. And then automatically that organized mind leads you towards your purpose with a focused mind, with a relaxed mind, with a peaceful mind. Okay. So this is something uh, not just like that, but it's something that could be lifelong practice. Okay, you can start with where you are. Suppose you have a mind that is going all over, then we are able to observe that. But if you are not able to observe that, you will let the mind go wherever, your senses go wherever. Then you will be a slave to that, and then you will not be able to control them, and then they will have the restlessness in life, right? So once you observe that, then you say, okay, let me give some time for my inner self. Take some time in the morning and in the evening, calm your mind down, observe your thoughts, understand what the nature of them. Are they negative or positive? They are negative. Why am I really continuing the negativity instead of coming out of it with hope and resilience? And that kind of thing will tell you how you are doing now. If you are unconsciously being negative, then you be consciously positive. Then the negativity will go to. Otherwise, that negativity becomes your friend, your foe, your enemy. That negativity. That's why they said the mind that is negative is your enemy. But if you turn the thoughts around and you make them positive, you make the mind that is positive your friend. So that's how you improve your external life and also internal life too. But it all depends upon you, how focused you are on your inner self, how focused you are on your thoughts, how focused you are on your emotions, without judging yourself, understanding why they have come, and then now you have tools to focus on a name or focus on a shape and focus on one sentence, and then you can be really allow the mind to be watched by your consciousness, and the consciousness really gives you the positivity of that. Okay, hopefully that makes some sense to you. So just make your mind your friend by being positive, by being in the present, by being one thing at a time. Give some, the mind can handle only one thing at a time. Remember that. It can handle only one thing at a time. So give it something that it can hang on to and go from there. And then you do one thing and you do the next thing like that. That becomes automatic focus, automatic meditativeness, automatic awareness, right? So once you are landed in that awareness and then watching the thoughts as they come and go, you are very powerful. Okay, you can direct your life towards which way you want, and then you can be positive about it. And all the best you can do is you can do that. You can be focused and give it all to that one thing that you are doing. Okay. As you live it each moment like that, the life becomes, mind becomes your friend, not your enemy. Okay. All those people who think negativity is happening to me, life is happening to me, no, some people take it negativity also with a kind of resilience, they can overcome it. Some people yield to it. So it's a kind of individual variation. You can understand, you can be sympathetic yourself, and then you can also be telling, oh, I am being too harsh on myself, let me give you a break, and then come down. Don't judge, but then convert the negativity to positive by being positive. Okay. I hope that makes sense to you. That makes a lot of sense to me, and because I am in awareness all the time, and then use thought consciously and end the thought consciously too. So, and I use the consciously, I know what is the negative thought, what's the positive thought. If something springs up about negative about somebody, I let it go by forgiving, forgetting. That's it. So that way my mind is clear, and with my mind clear and positive, I pursue life. I pursue helping other people. I pursue adding life to the life. Okay. Hopefully, this talk also adds something to the life of some people. At least, I hope so. Okay. Anybody has any questions on the Noom Vibe? I see 12 people there. Anybody wants to come up? You are welcome to come up and talk to me. You can tell me how you do with your mind, with your thoughts. Are you aware how your mind is going on, how your senses are going? Are you aware that they are positive or negative? Do you have some method how by which you can convert negativity to positivity? You can relate to me, or you can share with me whatever that you are doing right now. Okay. Or if you have some questions also, you can pose it to me. Otherwise, I just stated something like the mind can be your friend or foe. Everybody knows about that. But the Bhagavad Gita in sixth chapter, they mention this, you know. So ancient wisdom was talking about that. And then modern psychologists like Dr. Jung, he also talked about that too. We have to take the best of both worlds and then apply that in our life. I think we are better off for that. Okay. That's what I do. That's what I at least try to do with you all. So if you have any questions, send it to me and I'll be happy to answer them to you. Thank you.